This is the Bowl Championship Series on ABC Sports as coverage of the national championship, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, continues.
All right, here we come to the pivotal punt of the moment, at least, as we start the fourth quarter of play. Andy Groom should hit it around the 13. He does. He gets some air under it. It's not his longest of the night, but it's a good one. And it's going to go dead on the sidelines and roll out of bounds, and it turns out to be a very good punt.
Last time Miami had the ball, they went 77 plays, 55 yards, got the ball to their playmakers. Kellen Winslow, 3 catches for 35 yards, 35 tough yards. And that was finished off by this beautiful reverse of this field by Willis McGahee from 9 yards out. McGahee started the drive with a 6-yard run on first down right here, and then he finished it with the touchdown.
49-yard punt by Andy Groom. Put the ball out of bounds at about the 24-yard line, and here's Miami going to work. Quick shot to Roscoe Parrish. 20. What do you see working here now in the Miami offense?
Well, I think what they're doing is just getting back to their basic game plan. Ohio State's dropping people back. They're trying to put some pressure on Dorsey. Now all the receivers are doing is getting their bodies in front of the coverage and taking what the defense is giving them, the short pass. First, make the catch. Don't worry about trying to break a tackle or make a big run. Then if you turn upfield and you've got some space, take advantage of it.
Second down and 2. They run for it, and they get it with McGahee. And they had to coattail him because he was close to getting out of the pack. He takes the ball across the 40 to the 41.
And Keith, if he breaks out of the pack, nobody on this Ohio State defense is going to catch him. He displayed his speed the last time when he reversed his field and took it in untouched. Look at the moves here. Now the power. Explosion. You hear that term all the time. It's speed, it's quickness, but most important, it's intensity.
Let's see if they go back to him. Yep. And he's got daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 40, close to the 45.
Well, how do you win 38 games and only lose 1? Well, you perform well in the fourth quarter. Remarkable stat right there. No interceptions for Dorsey. He's been bounced around a few times tonight. He fumbled once. He threw 2 interceptions in the first half. But now we are in Dorsey time.
Second down and 6. Quick shot again coming this way to Ethnic Sands, and that's another first down. Dinkin and Duncan.
Pretty good company for Ken Dorsey. All-time consecutive wins by a starting quarterback. And this one, obviously, his last chance to tie the record of Chuck Ely.
And said the other day that he wanted to try to play on Sunday.
I think he can. He's a winner.
Ball is on the 46-yard line of Ohio State now. First down for the Hurricanes. And Dorsey puts it in the air. It's slapped down. Knocked down by Darian Scott.
That's the best play in a long time for the Buckeye defense. Darian Scott, recognizing the short 3-step drop of the quarterback, got his hands up in the air and snuffed that ball out. What an athletic move by Darian Scott. Top of the screen working on Vernon Carey. Carey does a great job keeping him away from the quarterback, but couldn't prevent the athletic move to knock it down.
Second down and 10. Jason Geathers, the man on this side. And now Dorsey's changed the play of the Ohio State crowd, and they're dominant, making a lot of noise. And McGahee can't get his engine running, and he goes down about the line of scrimmage as Will Smith makes another defensive play for Ohio State.
Will Smith is a really talented young man. We've seen him pick up a couple of sacks. He also will drop back into pass coverage, and his main asset is his speed, as he displayed that time.
Junior out of Utica, New York, 6'4", 250. Third and 10. Shotgun. Dorsey out of time. Pass thrown in the middle. Pass is caught by Winslow. He's past the marker. First down, Miami.
And what a shot Winslow took. But the play starts with Willis McGahee right here picking up the blitzer. C. Grant, number 6. Great job there. Watch the toughness here as Will Allen bounces Winslow to the ground.
Ball is at the 35-yard line. Winslow has caught 7 balls now in the game for 87 yards. Dorsey again, a lot of time to the corner, incomplete. Running under it, short of it, Roscoe Parrish, Dustin Fox covering.
But the pressure of Ohio State is forcing Dorsey to throw the deep ball too long. His timing is off on the deep ball. He's throwing it too flat. He's not putting enough air under the ball and allowing his speed receivers like Parrish and Johnson to adjust to the ball. The ball is just coming out too flat and too far. There's the pressure he's been facing from this great Ohio State front 4.
2nd and 10. Short tip. Whoa. My goodness, Mike Doss had one hand on it. The ball is 3 inches lower at 6 points.
No question, Keith. That's why he's a 3-time All-American. Doss recognized this. Again, it's a quick 3-step drop. Watch him break. Stepping in front of Andre Johnson, and that one would have been 6 for Ohio State.
Clock running at 11:53 to play now in the 4th quarter. Miami's had the ball for quite a bit at the start of this 4th quarter. A little over 3 minutes. Dorsey setting up a screen. They bust up the screen. I mean, they bust up everything. Will Allen coming like a truck. Takes on McGahee and takes him down. And trainers are on the field in a hurry for Miami. McGahee is down.
Yeah, this is a real serious hit Will Allen put on Willis McGahee. Hit him low, and they're looking at his left leg right now. Will Allen with 2 big shots, one on Winslow and then this one. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. That is a serious knee injury for Willis McGahee.
Yep. Timeout. We'll be back. Willis McGahee, the big sophomore tailback, taken off the field with a, it seems hardly anything but serious. When you see the hit that he takes on it, you see the shoulder pad come in and hit it on the inside part of that knee, and it's gone.
Clean hit by Will Allen, but a devastating injury for Willis McGahee.
Here we have now a 54-yard field goal try by Todd Sievers. It's no good. His longest in his career had been 53 yards at Florida. But that one was just a little bit out of the zone.
You know, Keith, obviously Miami needed those points to tie the game. But psychologically right now, they are really going to be challenged. That injury happened in front of their bench. Their star player is done for the evening. Now they've got to find a way to regroup mentally as much as anything to get back in the right frame of mind to win this title.
Ohio State takes over at their own 37-yard line. First down, they lead by 3 points. And we're in the 4th quarter. Spencer gives to Claret. And the Hurricanes jump all over him after a yard or so. 11:15 to play in the football game. Tomorrow, ABC's Wild Card Saturday begins with a showdown of 2 of the NBA's brightest stars. The teams are Dallas and Philadelphia, the Sixers and Mavericks, followed by our NFL Wild Card doubleheader. That starts at 1 Eastern, part of a week of great events on ABC Sports Championship Television.
1, 2, 3, D-line!
You got 4 wideouts. 5 wideouts now as they flex a tight end. And it's second down. And Krenzel's pass short of the first down marker to Michael Jenkins. Jenkins drops his shoulder and pounds it and gets the first down.
Only a second catch of the night, only the 4th completed pass of the night for Craig Krenzel. But finding Michael Jenkins, who has made so many big plays for the Buckeyes, especially in the 4th quarter, along with his quarterback, offensive line almost did a good job until Matt Walters drops the QB on his wallet.
Well, these two guys hooked up to win the Wisconsin game and obviously in that Purdue game. Saved that one.
Yep.
First down. Ball at the 48-yard line. Taking his time. Pressure coming. Pass away, and wounded Goose goes down the field and falls incomplete. And it was Jonathan Vilma who leveled Craig Krenzel.
You got to wonder how many more shots Krenzel can take. Remember, he's rushed the ball 12 times tonight. He's been knocked down another half a dozen. Watch Vilma, 51. This is the type of shot.
Come out.
Keith, I think you're right. He may have a shoulder injury. It's coming over the sideline very slowly, but he is off the ground and now to the ground.
Ooh.
Tough guy.
Drew Carter is going into the ball game now. He's a wide receiver.
Play clock running way down. Real slow getting to the line of scrimmage.
Not going to make it. Yeah, I guess they did. Barely. And Florette fights for a couple of yards, getting it close to midfield. I was surprised. I thought that Krenzel was coming out that time because he really took a lick from Vilma.
He may have wanted to, you know, but the coach just sent another play in there. Didn't send a substitute for him. How about Krenzel? Very judicious with his completions tonight. 1 in each quarter. Here's that shot by Vilma, 51.
Well, the fact that he got turned a little bit by the other contact may have helped him. He'd have gone down just flat on his back. With Vilma on him, I don't know. Throwing, bullet, pass caught, 40-yard line. First down to Chris Gamble. He is tough, and he's on his way someday to being a doctor.
He may need a doctor.
Yeah,
he's been sacked 31 times on the year. This time the offensive line does a good job. Still gets a couple of nudges there from Miami. But look at Gamble stepping in front of Glenn Sharp there, shielding him away from using his body to shield the defender away from the ball. Boy, 23 hits on the turf 21 times. Uncle.
This is the guy, though, that his teammates named the offensive MVP for their season. 13-0 season. Florette wiggles through. He's been close a couple of times to getting away, but they got him again with a hip pocket. Here's Todd Harris.
Well, Keith and Dan, you pointed out how tough he is and how smart he is. Check this out. He's a molecular genetics major at Ohio State. And let me just read you a question from his molecular genetics 701 final, and you guys can answer this one. How do humans having linear chromosomes avoid losing vital genetic information at the chromosomes ends during the DNA replication? You think that over. We'll give you the answer after this play.
I know it. Stay in the house.
You need pass blocking. That's how you figure that
out. Second down and 5. Gets loose again. He just kept pounding. He bounced one way, came back the other, and he's going to move the chains at the 27-yard line.
Showing extraordinary maturity for a 19-year-old true freshman. Playing high school ball at this time last year. Making guys miss, always going forward, and hitting Miami where they've been susceptible right up the middle.
And there goes McGahee to the clubhouse. Probably on his way to an x-ray machine, may even be on his way to a hospital.
Hang in there, Willis. You'll be back.
Terrific young player. On first down, go back to Claret. This is Ross, Lydell Ross. And let's talk with Lynn Swan for a moment about Willis McGahee.
Well, Keith, it's fairly obvious that he has a fairly serious knee injury. Obviously, the medical staff here on the sideline for the Miami team will take him inside. As you see him there going on the cart to the locker room, they will evaluate just to what extent that knee is hurt in the locker room, and I'm certainly they'll make sure he'll get an MRI. But there were all kinds of rumors swirling about McGahee. He said he was coming back next year. All kinds of rumors swirling around about contracts being offered by shoe companies to entice him to come out. That will not happen now.
Nope. It's second down, 12. Krenzel lets it go down the middle. It's incomplete, and that's good. Barn Childress, Bam Childress was into trying to make the play over the middle, and good coverage by Miami.
Here's Michael Jenkins. He's going to clear things out and let Childress come down over the middle. But as you said, Keith, the coverage here by Jennings, Kelly Jennings, is really exceptional as he breaks on the ball, gets that left hand to knock it away.
They close well. They got so much speed, they'll close on you in almost any kind of play. And it's third down and 12. Correct. Krenzel takes off. He's going to take some punishment here. He gets it down to the 25-yard line. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And here comes Mike Nugent. Nugent has made a 44-yarder tonight. Place kicker, 25 out of 27 this season. His long has been 51 against Indiana. He had a special year in his sophomore year. This is a 42-yarder. Andy Groom holds it, and Kyle Andrews is the snapper.
Ball's kicked.
Missed it. Missed it. Wide right. And Bobby Bowden just shivered. So we've got 6 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the football game, and we got another Buckeye breath holder.
The Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by new Tostitos Gold, the perfect chip for hearty dips. When you've got Tostitos, you've got a party. Chrysler, drive equals love. PlayStation 2. And Signs, own it on video and DVD.
The attendance tonight, 77,502. It's the third largest Fiesta Bowl crowd. And they're watching what is clearly the best of all the BCS championship games so far. Down the middle, ball thrown to Kellen Winslow. He might break this big. His legs are taken away up at the 35-yard line. He picks up a first down. Chris Campbell kept him from a really big play. Jarrett Payton is in there at tailback in place of the injured Willis McGahee.
Yeah, Chrysler passing playbook. Two things to check out here. Watch Ken Dorsey first as a quarterback drop back and come off to a secondary receiver who happens to be Kellen Winslow.
This is Payton slashing over the right side and going for at least 5 yards.
And Winslow gets down across the middle. 8 catches now for 98 yards for Winslow as Miami's trying to change the tempo of this game with their no-huddle offense, trying to wear out the Buckeye defense.
6 minutes to go in the game. Ohio State leading by 3. Just missed the 42-yard field goal. Little short pass drilled again to Kellen Winslow, and that will pick up the first down to the Ohio State 49-yard line.
And right now, Ohio State has no answer for Winslow. He's running away from linebacker. He's overpowering defensive backs.
Run it again with Payton.
Carries.
Not a whole lot on this one as he ran into Kenny Peterson. 20.
Well, guys, I have to tell you, C. Grant, number 6, and getting ready for Winslow. actually spent most of his time going against wide receivers because he wanted to get adjusted to the speed coming out of that position.
Having a hard time with it. Ball is thrown out of bounds into the crowd, incomplete. You can do that when you're outside the tackle.
Yeah, there's a 5-yard limit there from the center on out, which goes actually beyond the tackle sometimes. In college football, it's 5 yards from the center each side. If the quarterback gets outside that 5 yards, he can throw the ball anywhere.
This is resting at the 47-yard line, where it is 3rd down and 8.
Dave Perry said, well, almost anywhere.
Shotgun, Dorsey. A lot of time. Finally lets it go down the middle. It's caught by Roscoe, Parrish, and the ball comes out. And Ohio State pounces on it. The beanbag is down, and the Buckeyes recover it. It's Will Allen with another big play.
Donnie Nicky and Dustin Fox combined to knock this ball out of the hands of Roscoe Parrish. Fantastic throw by Dorsey. Parrish just couldn't hang on as the Buckeyes secondary converges and knocks it away.
And the Buckeyes may have dodged a bullet. Going down to the last 5 minutes. It's 17-14. Ohio State turnovers. Miami is helping them.
Well, the 5 turnovers, obviously a season high, but Miami coming into the game only were +2 in turnover ratio. Surprising for a team that's undefeated.
It's Claret. Finds a crack. Brought down by Maurice Sykes, who was shaken up a little while ago, but that is a gain from the 18 up to the 23, 5 yards.
That looks like a cramp in his calf.
Coming out.
Yeah.
2nd and 5 at the 23.
It looks like it could be a cramp, the way he's walking on it.
Yeah.
Holding it. Lydell Ross goes in to replace him, the 210-pound sophomore, and the fastest, as we told you earlier, of the group. So let's keep an eye on Claret and see what's going on here as they're looking around at the calf.
It's not serious, but it still is painful.
Oh, it hurts. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 23-yard line for Ohio State. They need to hang on to the ball as long as they can. Krenzel gives it to Ross. And Ross is right about the line of scrimmage as William Joseph meets him.
Time to check out our FedEx Air stats. So Miami obviously with the advantage there, as Krenzel has only completed 5 of 15. But Krenzel, as we look at our FedEx ground stats, is the leading rusher for Ohio State with 63 of their 107 yards.
Now they figure to put it up on 3rd down and 4 with 4 wideouts and 3:49 running on the clock. Pressure coming. Krenzel steps away from it. Got a chance at the 1st down. He cut back into the middle of the field. If he'd have gone to the outside, I think he makes it. Here, I'm not sure.
Well, you can't fault the effort, though, to lower his head one more time and try to pick up that 1st down. But I think you're right, Keith. I think he's a little bit shy, at least close enough to bring out the chains. Helmet to helmet hit with Maurice Sykes there. But Krenzel finding a way to fall forward and make this close.
And he's a big guy. He's 225 pounds. He's not a gimme.
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh, that's all right if he wins.
And the next day.
He won't feel it. Oh, he got it. One of the more amusing things about it, he is from Utica, Michigan.
Not so amusing, Keith, is that Miami has just 2 timeouts remaining. And Ohio State saw Krenzel make a similar play in their overtime win against Illinois earlier.
It is first down at the 29-yard line for the Buckeyes. 3:25 to play in the game. Buckeyes lead by 3 points. Miami shuffling the defense. Handed off to Ross. Ross skating around there, and he found a little room, picked up close to 3 yards. And a moment with Todd Harris.
Well, Keith and Dan, it doesn't sound like much, but when you have calves as powerful as Lance Armstrong's, double cramps really hurt. A lot of Flexol on those cramps. He's down here stretching him out. And as soon as he found out that Craig Krenzel got that first down, he popped up to his feet. He's coming back in.
All right. Timeout. 3 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please.
Larry Coker, since he succeeded Butch Davis at the University of Miami, 24-0. He doesn't know how to talk to a team that loses a game. Second down and 7. Maurice Clarett, the single back for Ohio State. Miami coming at him hard, and they wrap his legs after a yard. It's DJ Williams in to make the play. Aerial coverage of tonight's game being provided by Tostitos.
3rd and 6 at the 32.
Brandon Joe, a fullback for the Buckeyes, a little slow getting up and now limping off the field. Ohio State is going with an unbalanced line right now, Keith. They're putting their tight end next to the guard on the weak side and bringing the other tackle over so that they have a lot more power on the right-hand side of their formation. But losing Brandon Joe is a key ingredient to the power running game for the Buckeyes.
How many times have you seen two fullbacks and one's named Brandon Joe and the other's named Brandon Smith?
Never.
That's right.
3rd down and 6.
Shotgun. Krenzel. Heat coming. Steps away from it. Throws it. Oh! Almost picked off by the Canes. But not quite. Went through their hands, and Chris Gamble went for the shoe top and didn't quite come up with it.
Oh, he came real close to making this catch,
Yes,
Keith.
he did.
The pressure there, that's Walter with the dive. Krenzel gets away, throws a good ball nice and low. Let's check out Gamble here working against Kelly Jennings.
Oh,
little hold there, that should have been called. Boy, that is close to a completion.
26 was in his face. I think he probably had something to do with it. Taylor. And here's the punt. Andy Groom puts some air under it, drives it back to the 25-yard line. Here comes Roscoe Parrish. Parrish getting to the sidelines, gets a block. And is finally taken down all the way down the field at the 26-yard line. Big return by Roscoe Parrish and a huge block by Gerald Weaver that kept him going.
Weaver's one of the stars of the special teams for Miami, and Tressel can't believe how things have changed so quickly. Miami is already in field goal range here, but they're thinking touchdown and another title. There's the block by Weaver, just laying out Mike Kudla. And Roscoe Parrish having a great afternoon, great evening rather. Sets up his team in great field position.
44-yard punt, but a 50-yard return, and Jared Payton is the single back. Another opportunity for Miami now. In the closing minutes, it's Payton bouncing into the middle and stopped after maybe a yard. David Thompson on the hit. Time remaining is 1 minute and 50 seconds. The clock is running. Miami with one timeout remaining. And yes, they play overtime in the championship game.
And it's a great overtime system where both teams will get the ball. But we'll get into that a little bit later, won't we?
Yep. Three wide outs on the left side. Dorsey directing traffic. Pressure, hit, down, 30-yard line. Simon Frazier. Sacked back at the 30.
Again, they're able to affect the timing of Ken Dorsey with the pass rush. It's not the first man that's going to get him, it's the second. Will Smith coming around the corner against Vernon Carey. That forces Dorsey up into the pocket where Simon Frazier jumps on his back. And down goes Frazier and Dorsey.
Down goes Frazier. 40 seconds to play. Miami with one timeout. Just to remind you, 3rd down and very long. Dorsey gets it away. Underneath it goes to Jarrett Payton. And Payton struggles inside the 25 to the 23.
And that's a brilliant play by Ken Dorsey, facing an umbrella defense with everybody playing deep, preventing the big play. He dumps it off to Payton and sets up his field goal kicker from the 40-yard line.
Todd Severs in with an effort to try and tie this game.
They came out hustling, and then Eric Winston, a true freshman, told them, hey, slow down. Take your time.
They run it down to 3 seconds, so there's no time for anything but the field goal try. Now, does Ohio State try to freeze him? They've got 2 times out.
Yeah, they got nothing to lose. Might as well use them. Make Todd Severs think about this potential tying field goal. There you go.
Yep. They call it. So that gives them a little more time to think. I remember a game, I'm not sure that I can remember the fellow's name, from Oklahoma. They were playing Ohio State a long time ago, and it was in this kind of a circumstance where OU had a chance to win with a 43-yard field goal, and the crowd is chanting, block that kick. And he's walking around out in the middle of the field conducting the crowd. And he walked out and hit a 43-yarder and beat him.
Yeah, they're strange fellows, those place kickers. Severs from 40 yards out. And a lot of praying going on both sidelines.
Well, it makes you long for that early on field goal, doesn't it? When they elected to try the trick play. And you see the winning streak, the most advertised stat in all of college football this last 2 weeks. So hold your breath. Here we go. They got one more timeout. They'll spend it. Buckeyes aren't hunkered down yet. No, there it is.
That is great coaching. You get the kicker thinking, is this the time?
Yes,
are they going to snap the ball? Am I going to be able to kick it? And at the last instant, Wilhelm goes to the referee and signals timeout. He's been there before at Youngstown State. Jim Tressel, 4-2.
Well, he's been there 6 times this season.
Yes, he has.
They have survived the falling wall so many times this season, you don't think anything really is going to upset them. Because I think they can, no matter who loses here, I think they walk off the field feeling pretty good about themselves. And the winner is going to be ecstatic. But it's quite a remarkable opportunity for Miami to drill a big hole in college football history for themselves. Has to be this time. Has to be. From 40 yards. Chris Harvey snaps. Capshaw holds. Good. We're going to overtime.
With all the flash bulbs popping in the stands, Todd Severs squeezes one inside the upright. Great snap, perfect hold by Freddie Capshaw. And Severs didn't think it was in doubt, but that sure looked like it might have been.
It sure did. Oh, my goodness. That looked like it was good by a foot. So we'll be back for the overtime in a minute. We're going to have a coin flip. And the rules of overtime are pretty well known now. But first things first, you got to flip the coin to go through the procedure. And the two teams, and it's Maurice Claret holding court on the sideline right now.
And how about that punt return by Roscoe Parrish, 50 yards to set up
absolutely the
receivers with that.
Here are your rules. You have no sudden death. Each team gets an equal possession, the offense beginning on the opposition's 25-yard line, and the process is repeated until the tie is broken. They start in the third overtime. You must go for 2 points if you're still tied and have to go to a third overtime.
And it's almost universal that the team winning the toss will elect to play defense first.
That way they know what they've got to do when they get the ball back. Here come your captains now, assembling to come to the center of the field. Ohio State looks like they're going to send out 3. And looks like Ken Dorsey, after cheering on a handful of nails, is going to come out and do it by himself. And the Buckeyes have not been terribly used to overtime games in their history, and this is the first time that we have had an overtime game in the Bowl Championship Series. Miami doesn't have a whole lot of it. In fact, college football teams, generally speaking, don't have a whole lot of time in overtime games. But we had three-time overtime. Here's Randy Crystal. All right.
Ohio State won the toss and elected to go on defense. Miami selected going to this end.
So the Hurricanes are going to be traveling from left to right, and ABC Sports coverage of the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl returns after this word from our ABC station. 17 tie back early in the ball game. In the first quarter, there was this.
First time Ohio State threatened. They elected on 4th and 1 to go for a fake field goal with punter Andy Groom. He came up a half-yard short and no points.
You kind of figured this might be different because this is the first time ever 2 universities have had lady presidents. Dr. Donna E. Shalala from Miami and Dr. Karen A. Holbrook of Ohio State. Their teams are having at it. And this is Jarrett Payton coming to the right side and stopped again. Will Smith is on the play.
Payton obviously in the game, replacing Willis McGahee, who went out with a knee injury in that 4th quarter. Payton is a solid back, and of course his dad, NFL legend Hall of Famer Walter Payton, classmate of mine in the 1993 Hall of Fame class, and Jarrett introduced him as the first son.
You get 4 snaps to the ball just like a regular game. You can make a first down, and here's Dorsey throwing complete to Andre Johnson, who has been very quiet in this ball game tonight. He makes that catch down around the 15-yard line.
He's been double teamed a lot of the evening, Keith. That is why Winslow has been open over the middle. But Johnson, a threat, whether he has 3 receptions at this point or 30, especially in the red zone.
He's got 4 for 54 yards now. 3rd down and 1 for the first down. They run it, and Payton is knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line, and that's a first down for Miami. So now they've got a 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line.
Quatrine Hill, number 23, with the lead block there, as well as Eric Winston, the true freshman. I love Eric Winston's nickname, Keith. He's 6'7", 270, and his teammates have nicknamed him Neanderthal. I wonder why. Ohio State calls time.
A touchdown in your electing to go to defense and giving up a touchdown, pretty tough. Field goal, yeah, might live with that.
Yeah, I think Ohio State realizes that Miami's putting together a pretty good couple of plays here. a lot of options for Miami to go to, especially first down now inside the 10-yard line.
The first of the BCS Championship Series played right here as Tennessee won over Florida State. Florida State won the next year in the Sugar Bowl, Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl, and Miami last year in the Rose Bowl. And they won handily in the Rose Bowl against Nebraska. But they've had to fight for their life tonight against these Ohio State Buckeyes.
It looks like Miami wants to grind things out. Both tight ends are in the game, and only one wide receiver. Of course, that one wide receiver is pretty good, Andre Johnson. And he's isolated on Fox up here.
And they give it to Payton. And he fights his way down to inside the 7 maybe before Matt Wilhelm wraps his big old arms around him. You know who's holding his breath right now? A man named Cooper, who recruited a lot of these Ohio State Buckeyes that are down there on that field.
Yeah, 18 of the 22 starters.
Yep. John Cooper.
John Cooper's fingerprints all over.
Yep. Hi, John.
There's a few other people holding their breath, too.
Well, yeah, several million. But Cooper is directly involved.
There's a multiple choice question.
Ball is at the 7. We're at second down and goal. Dorsey throws to the end zone. Touchdown. Kellen Winslow making the catch. There's a penalty flag, I thought, thrown by the back judge at the back of the end zone, but he's talking to the referee now. If anything, it would probably be holding. Pass interference against Ohio State. The Winslow catch is good.
Yeah, he
for the touchdown.
Picked it right off the top of Will Allen's helmet, too. Great athletic move. The Buckeyes came with pressure. Dorsey hung tough in the pocket, and Winslow with a remarkable catch.
Severs for the point. And he makes it.
Again, if you bring pressure on Ken Dorsey, you better get to him, because he's tall enough to see over the top. He's experienced enough to know where he wants to go with the ball. Wilhelm and Nicky come up the middle. They're picked up. It's a jump ball for Winslow, and Winslow's going to win every time.
And that is Miami's first lead in the ball game since they led 7-0 way back in the first quarter.
Allen had his back to Winslow the whole way. That allowed Dorsey to just put the ball up in the air and let his talented tight end take over.
Well, the boys who cast their MVP ballots early may be calling for a second go-round.
I think that might be the confetti, those first-round ballots.
Could be.
10 catches for Winslow, 115, and that touchdown.
Now the Buckeyes will go to work from the 25-yard line. They're down by 7. Krenzel back throwing, steps away from the pressure, takes off with it, going to run with it, and run it for 5 yards before DJ Williams brings him down.
Now, the one guy that Miami's got to make sure they keep an eye on is Michael Jenkins. He's the guy that Krenzel is looking for in crunch time. Miami's done a great job on him. He's only got 2 catches. But again, Krenzel only completed 5 passes all night. Dorsey taking charge on the sidelines. Great scene.
Go to the shotgun. Penalty flag stops it. No play on it.
You know,
normally that means false start.
Yeah, McDougle started, and then Hartsock came out of his stance.
False start on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and remain second down.
So they go back to the 25 with that 5-yard penalty.
Watch McDougle right here. Here's Hartsock.
Well, he's not listening to his quarterback. He's watching his enemy.
Trying to protect that inside gap.
Yep. So it's second down and 10 from the 25. Blitz coming. Pressure got him. Back at the 29-yard line, it was Jamal Green.
He's the leading sacker for the Hurricanes, and he comes up with his first tonight at the best time possible for the defending champs.
First sack of the ball game for Miami.
He ran around Rob Sims. Again, another true freshman for Ohio State. How big is that penalty now?
Big. Third down and 14 back on the 29. Miami scored a touchdown in their first possession of overtime. Krenzel's pass is thrown short to the ground. That was McDougle who forced that.
Tough to throw a screen pass against this Miami defense. Their speed of their front four really gets on the quarterback in a hurry, and then the linebacker speed, and then the secondary, they can close on Claret as they did that time.
Well, it's 4th down and 14. It's the last chance to stay alive in the overtime. If you've got something up your sleeve, this might be the time to pull it out, huh? They go with 3 wideouts. We got 2 protectors back there for Krenzel. Now one of them runs away, Claret. Krenzel steps up and goes to the sidelines, and that's good for the first down. Caught by Michael Jenkins.
Well, they've done it before. It's nothing new to Buckeye fans. Krenzel and Jenkins. 4th and 14. Are you kidding me? Great pass protection for Krenzel. Great read by the receiver. And the quarterback is Glenn Sharp, number 31, is totally turned around here.
Watch Jenkins, though, when he looks down. Where are my feet? Because he got burned a little while ago when he wasn't aware of a catch on the sidelines that he had a foot on the chalk. So it's first down for the Buckeyes, just outside the 12. Krenzel steps in the middle, throws to the end zone. No. Intended again for Jenkins, covered by Taylor.
Again, it's that matchup that Miami wants. Sean Taylor, who's normally a safety but has cornerback skills, will come over from his safety spot here, take Jenkins man for man, and prevent Krenzel from having a good angle to squeeze this one in. No place for Krenzel to throw it because 26, Taylor, had the inside.
Jenkins is not out there.
Then I would be looking for Chris Gamble over the middle.
He came off the field. Here goes Krenzel. He's at the 5-yard line, and he is hammered. He took a wicked shot to the head, and he went down hard on his back. Taylor and Vilma hit him, and he gets up.
Keith, that's 2 huge hits by Vilma. 51 right in the middle of the screen. Watch him send Krenzel backwards.
Whoa.
How does Krenzel get up from these shots? These are 2 guys drilling him. 2 big guys. Taylor, Vilma.
It's 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line for Ohio State. 3rd and 3. They must score a touchdown to stay alive in the overtime. Krenzel sees a little hole. Now he slides out. Now he throws. And it's incomplete. Taylor knocked it away from Hartsock.
Taylor's having an unbelievable night tonight. He's got 2 interceptions, 11 tackles. He was victimized by Maurice Claret, who picked his pocket after one of his interceptions. But you can just see how smart he is as a safety, reading the quarterback and then breaking on the ball.
Miami has called this timeout. It is another 4th down for Ohio State. 4th down and 3 for a first down. 4th down and 5 for a touchdown. I thought for a moment that Krenzel had a little hole to squeeze through if he had cut left. But then I saw Vilma step into it, and so did he, and he went the other way.
What's that thing about valor?
Yeah. There's always tomorrow, next season.
Well, the good news for Ohio State is this big guy right here. It's Michael Jenkins. He looks like he's going to go back in the lineup.
We got one-on-one. No thinking about it. You got a slant.
So Jenkins is going to run a slant, and Krenzel talking to his tight end Ben Hartsock. If you have man-on-man coverage, look for the ball. First look will be to Jenkins on the slant route, but Hartsock could come up big here tonight.
Well, he did once this season in one of those knuckle busters they had. He stepped up and made the catch and won the game.
Had a TV catch against Cincinnati and one against Wisconsin, but none tonight. There is Hartsock right there.
Claret's up there as a wide out too. The ball goes into the end zone and it is incomplete. Intended for Gamble. Now there is a penalty flag thrown.
Hold on.
Hold the phone. Everybody comes running down on the field. You got to get off because there's a penalty flag thrown, and I think it's against Miami.
And if it's thrown in the end zone, the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. First and goal.
Glenn Sharp trying to cover Chris Gamble, and he may have arrived a tad too soon. Randy Crystal.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Glenn Sharp, 31 on Chris Gamble, number 7. Oh, that's a tough call there. With about this angle. Bad call. Bad call.
The left hand. I don't know if the left arm was there too soon or not.
I think the ball got there before Glenn Sharp did.
Well, he waved it incomplete and then threw the flag.
Boy, Gamble had a chance to make the catch before contact was made by Sharp. The only thing is they may have called the contact that was earlier, but the ball had not been released by the quarterback. This is a bad call for the Miami Hurricanes.
Now, there could have been holding there.
They called pass interference, Keith.
Yeah, I did.
And this man right here says incomplete.
So it is first and goal for Ohio State. They'll try to run it. And they're having a little problem with that early on. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Claret carrying it. Here's Lynn Swann.
Well, Keith, when Miami thought they had won, Sean Taylor, number 26, the safety, had thrown his helmet up in the air, and all the pieces came apart. He missed that last play because he was on the sideline trying to find the pieces, get it put back together. They got it put back together. Now he's back on the field.
You wouldn't want to be out there trying to defend here without him in the mix.
With all your padding in your helmet, too.
Boy, you need him. Pounded in the middle. It's short.
Well, you'd like to see Claret get airborne down there. Trying to go up over the top. Decided to go low and came up short.
Jim Tressel's 49 years old and just really his second year at Ohio State. I don't know how many seasons like this you can go through, Jim. The legions will be diminished. Krenzel sneaking touchdown. So a kick will tie it, and we'll go around again.
And Keith at center was a true freshman, Nick Mangold, who led the way along with Bryce Bishop and Shane Olivier over that right side. Good patience by Krenzel to find a crack and get in for the score.
Nugent for the point. Don't need to tell you anything about this. Just watch it. Down the middle.
Heads up play. Keith, Sean Taylor rushed the center, faked like he was coming, and that caused a false start by Ohio State.
And that'll back him up 5.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. So we get a 5-yard penalty, repeat the try.
What a heads-up play by Sean Taylor. What a player he is as a safety. 26 right here. Watch him shake up the center. That's Kyle Andrews, who's a snapper, number 60, and he gets the left guard to jump.
So they'll try it again. Nugent has missed one extra point this season from the 15-yard line. On its way, good. Phew. 77,502 in the attendance, and ain't nobody going home.
You having fun yet, big boy?
We're it out. We continue. It is now 24-24, and we got another overtime coming up. On Wednesday, 25 guys will square off to win the heart of the Bachelorette. Competition begins Wednesday, 9/8 Central, ABC. Well, we're going to go out to grass at the other end of the stadium now, and Ohio State will have the first possession. 24-24, second overtime. And this is Lydell Ross going to the sidelines, and the Hurricanes run him out of bounds, but it's a pretty good pickup on first down, like about 9 yards.
Ross showing off his outstanding speed. Paid for it, too, as a tough tackle there by DJ Williams. But Ross picking up 9 yards.
2nd and 1 at the 16.
He's coming out now. Kind of holding the right shoulder, looks like. Tempe, freshman tight end, goes in for Ohio State. Single back is Claret. Krenzel gives it to him. He's looking for some daylight, and I'll tell you, there's some quick Miami people that got there that time. That was Roger McIntosh. Just locked his legs.
We both saw the same thing, Keith. A hole on that left side. Claret saw it too. He can't believe how quickly McIntosh closed. Starting here and then coming back. Watch McIntosh, number 50. Just keep Claret at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd down and 1. Claret's carried 22 times tonight for 42 yards. Ooh. Not quite 2 yards per carry. Well, let's see here if he can get it this time. Well, Krenzel will do it himself, and he just jumped right on the hip pocket of the center, and Bryce Bishop, and he rides along with him and has the first down at the 11-yard line.
Alex Stepanovich back in at center for Krenzel, who has now rushed 19 times for 80 yards.
Well, you know, Stepanovich is he's a wide body. He's 6'4", 310 pounds, from Berea, Ohio. He's a junior. They're all juniors all the way across that offensive front for the Buckeyes. So they're coming back. First down at the 11. Krenzel wants to pass. Now does, and has it completed. Down to the 5-yard line to Michael Jenkins. Maurice Sykes defending.
Buckeye offensive line, all those juniors you're talking about, Keith, are doing a pretty good job now of keeping Krenzel upright. He's got time to find Jenkins on the crossing route, and then a sure tackle by Maurice Sykes keeps Jenkins from getting in the end zone.
Taylor was there, but he looks a little tender, doesn't he? With that ankle.
Half step slow.
Yep. 2nd down from the 5. Claret. Touchdown.
Well, Maurice Sykes couldn't do it 2 plays in a row. He had Claret right at the line of scrimmage and could not make the tackle as Claret sidestepped him and accelerated through a huge hole and into the end zone.
Here's your extra point try now for Mike Nugent. Whoa, that snap was low and hard, but the kick is good. Handled well by Andy Groom.
Check out the touchdown by Maurice Clarett. Sometimes you got to make the first guy miss. Well, the first guy is going to be number 36, Maurice Sykes. Fine job by Clark. There's the broken tackle. There's the touchdown for Ohio State. The down block is excellent by Ryan Hamby. And then Clarett staying low, keeping those legs driving, getting the 6 points.
And he's carrying about 227 pounds, 28 pounds when he goes in there slamming away. So he is a tough trip. It is now first down for Miami as Ohio State leads 31-24. And it goes to Jared Payton. And Payton has trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage and does not. Remember, the Hurricanes are without Willis McGahee. He suffered an injured knee.
And Keith, Miami curiously had 2 tight ends in the game there. Thought that they could maybe pound the ball a little bit. Now they take out Eric Winston and bring in Roscoe Parrish.
Second down and 11. Ohio State has the lead in this second overtime by 7. Dorsey's pass incomplete. He was pressured. He was trying to get the ball to Kellen Winslow.
And Dorsey may be hurt, Keith.
He took a hard hit, and he's having a little trouble getting to his feet, but he's trying, and he can't do it. He can't do it. That brings on Derek Crudup. He's the backup quarterback.
Middle linebacker Matt Wilhelm. That's a quarterback's worst nightmare. You take the shot from the player himself, and then he drives you all the way to the ground under 245 pounds. That could be any number of things, from a collarbone to a rib injury to a shoulder. So not only is McGahee out of the game, now Dorsey is going to have to go out on this 3rd down and 10.
He looks like he was just had his bell rung. Maybe had the wind knocked out of him. He's got to go out of the ball game, though, whether he's injured or not. And he is totally deflated, if nothing else.
Yeah, the big thing will be, can he raise that right arm and can he throw the ball? Bigger thing is Derek Crudup now will come into the ball game with very little experience.
Sophomore from Deerfield Beach, Florida. Played some last year in the backup role, but he's never been in a bigger moment than he's entering right now. But the key is, what about Dorsey? If Crudup can do something on 3rd down and 10 to get him a first down. With only 2 plays left for Miami unless they get a first down. And Crudup back and throws the ball is caught by Hill, the fullback. And Quadrin Hill moves it down for a good 8 yards before he was belted out. Maybe 7 yards.
That's a remarkable play. Hill has not touched the ball yet tonight. Crudup comes in, 5-step drop, fires the ball out there. Great play by Crudup and Quadrin Hill, as Ohio State now is going to call time. Or rather, Miami's going to call time. Yeah.
And it's Dorsey walking around over there. He's got his wind back. And apparently he's convinced he's all right to play, and he's talking to the coaches, talking to the doctors. And apparently the medical folks have said, okay, go ahead.
Boy, what a job by Derek Crudup to come in the game totally cold and find a receiver out of the backfield, and Quadrin Hill making the catch. Now comes down to 1 play. You're going to have your horse back in there at quarterback. And a lot of weapons for Ken Dorsey to look at. Primarily, Kellen Winslow over the middle has been very big for Miami all night long. Winslow with 10 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they're looking at 4th down and 3. And apparently Dorsey is going to come back in, which to me seems a considered risk, because how do you know? Dorsey is such a gamer, such a competitor. You'd have to drag him kicking and screaming out of there, but you've got to make sure he's sound. Here he comes. They need 3 yards.
And Ohio State, taking a look at what Miami presented as far as personnel is concerned, they decide to call a timeout and make further adjustments. And that helps Dorsey.
Yeah, gets his head clearer and clearer.
Yep. Still would like to see him toss the ball a little bit, but obviously there's nothing wrong with his arm.
34-game win streak on the line. Dorsey's career 38-1 coming into this ball game. Larry Coker succeeded Butch Davis at Miami last year. He's never lost as a head coach. Doesn't know how to make a loser speech. And he, I don't think, is terribly interested in learning. We're in overtime, the second overtime. Ohio State scored. Claret banged it in from 5. 31-24 the score. Miami has 4th down and 3 to get a first down and stay alive. It's not really a question of scoring right now. What you want is 3 yards.
3 measly yards, and they're going to come with 3 receivers to the wide side of the field as Winslow is at the tight end spot right here.
I would say he would be the man. Dorsey's pass, good. They've got the first down. Down at the 10-yard line, it was Winslow, and there's a penalty flag. Hold the phone.
Late flag after the play, Keith. Winslow was down.
On the play, a gain of 7.
Face mask, 5-yard penalty. Gain was sufficient for a
That
first
puts
down.
him on the 5-yard line.
I think Dustin Fox is the guilty player for Ohio State. But Winslow so quick out of the break, gets his head around, ball is thrown perfectly right to the numbers, and watch Fox come up. And just that right there, boy, that looks like more than just a 5-yard penalty.
They put the ball down on the 6, right on the 6. And it's 1st and goal for Miami. Dorsey throwing. End zone, no. Penalty flag. A little bit late coming.
Hey, he was digging in that back pocket. Couldn't get it out the first time, but Chris Gamble has the pass interference on Andre Johnson.
Yeah, but Chris Gamble benefited by that same flag from the same official down the other end of the field in the other overtime.
Didn't he ever? He's just going to reach out and grab Johnson. Look at the power of Johnson to swim to the inside. Gamble was trying to take the inside away by his alignment. And Johnson just too powerful.
Now they put the ball at the 2-yard line.
Johnson has only 1 catch in the second half and in these overtimes.
First and goal from the 2. It's Peyton to the 1. Walter's son, Jarrett, 6'2", 218 junior, Harlington Heights, Illinois. There have been 187 plays on the field between the two teams tonight. And Gamble, or Ohio State, has 118 plays. He has been involved in 118 plays tonight. Wow. Dorsey throwing, tight end, missed him. Had him. Eric Winston, the freshman tight end, had gone in there, and the double tight end alignment broken clean and clear, and Dorsey missed him.
There may be something wrong with Ken Dorsey's arm, because after he threw it, he just let it hang by his side. You don't miss a guy this wide open by this much if you're Ken Dorsey. Check out his reaction after the throw. Sure, he's disappointed that he missed his tight end, but I think that shoulder's giving him problems.
3rd and goal from the 1. Hand it off to the fullback, Hill. And Matt Wilhelm stops him.
Trying a little quick hitter there, not giving the ball to your tailback, trying to give it to Quadrine Hill, his first rush of the night, behind the tight end coming in motion, Winston, and Ohio State, again, that front 4, along with Wilhelm, just stuffed them.
Well, the ball is Actually a little short of the 1-yard line now. It is 4th down, the final play, unless they can stick it in the end zone. Andre Johnson, Roscoe Parrish, and Kellen Winslow, and Dorsey under pressure throws it incomplete. The Buckeyes win. C. Grant was the man who pressured Dorsey, and now the party begins for the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are 14-0. And they are the national champions of college football.
And they did it their way, Keith, with defense. Right down to the very last play. Brilliant call by Mark D'Antonio, bringing the corner blitz rather than linebacker off the corner, and C. Grant forcing Dorsey to put up a prayer.
The tough guy of the night, Craig Krenzel, quarterback, Ohio State.
Threw
What a
the
game
ball,
he played.
Threw the ball 21 times, only completed 7. He ran the ball 19 times for 81 yards, and he scored twice. And he's got a million bruises to show for it.
It was the tackle of Wilhelm on Dorsey that may well have been the big play defensively for Ohio State. Because Ken Dorsey is less than whole right now. It was a tremendous blow, drove him into the ground. He went out of play, as he has to under the rules, came back and didn't quite seem himself.
C. Grant is number 6, totally unblocked, grabs Dorsey and throws him to the ground, and Donnie Nicky's there to make sure that no Hurricane comes up with his catch.
Tough as he is, Dorsey couldn't pull it out. And so the Miami win string of 34 consecutive stops. And Larry Coker, as the head coach of the Hurricanes, has just suffered his first loss. Jim Tressel, 18 years at Youngstown State, 15 as the head coach, 4 1AA championships.
Keith, our Bill Ford tough play of the game is on 4th and 14. Craig Krenzel, as he's done all year long in the first overtime, converts, steps up into the pocket, finds Michael Jenkins. First down, Buckeyes. That's our Ford tough play of the game.
So the celebration is on for the Buckeyes. We'll be back with final thoughts and the trophy presentations after this.